Hi, my name is Paul Little. I'm a Senior Marketing Director at Socionext America. I'm here at the Triplet Summit with Synopsys, and we're going to discuss a little bit today about our 3D IC tape-out. Yeah, so it's fairly significant that we did this 3D IC tape-out. Obviously, Socionext is primarily focused on high-performance ASIC designs, so part of that is making sure that we're at the forefront of technology. So basically, that means not just talking about it, but also implementing it. So in terms of this 3D IC tape-out, what we did was, instead of taking it as a science project or something to look forward to in the future, we actually took a real logic-to-logic 3D design and took it through a real production flow to tape-out, to silicon, and eventually we are evaluating the silicon. So that's very meaningful for us as a whole, both strategically and technically. If you look at it technically, it shows that we can design the flow, we can execute the flow, and we can deliver silicon. So obviously from a business and customer perspective, that means they can get confidence that Socionext is available and the Synopsys tools are available to support these flows when they're ready to move to a 3D IC. So in terms of challenges when it came to doing this tape out, obviously I think the main one that we had was schedule and time. We were trying to bring up a new flow, execute that flow on two die, and trying to hit a shuttle schedule that was defined by TSMC. So all of those things together actually made it pretty tough, but schedule was definitely by far the biggest challenge that we had. But technically, I think there's a lot of things on the 3D IC side that you would expect. So how do we partition the design correctly across the multiple dies? How do we close the timing? How do we close the power? How do we do the testability? And one of the other things is, a lot of that stuff can be taken from a 2.5D experience. A lot of those things are very similar, but when you add in the additional complexity of 3D, you're then adding in things where you have to worry about the TSV and the hybrid bonding location placement. So in certain cases, we had to do IP adjustments, IP changes and things to support this. But I think what was good in this collaboration that we did with Synopsys was that we worked very well together as a team, and that really helped to bring down the time that it took to actually get to the tape-out. So the collaboration with Synopsys was key for us to achieve this tape-out, which had a 7-month requirement on our side, so it's actually very tough to hit. 3 components of that were the EDA tools, access to 3D IC-enabled IP, and the Synopsys cloud environment. But one of the other components was we made sure that we had a very tight integration between the design teams. So our CAD enablement teams inside Socionext, as well as our implementation teams, worked very closely with Synopsys teams to address any issues as they came up. The cloud environment really allowed us to scale the infrastructure nicely to allow us to do a lot more parallel investigation and parallel work to enable the tape-out. The collaboration with Synopsys was critical to the success of this program. And this is part of a series of collaborations we've done with them in the past, and we look forward to future work with them and collaborating in the future.